Deadly medic.
Gary, now I know I was wrong. I messed up, and now you're gone. Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you. Oh, I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty. You're me out right now.
Hey guys, it's the Medic here, and I just wanted to say, do you remember that year 2012? That year we thought we were all going to die? It was going to be the end, but I'm not here to talk about that. Remember that abstract game, indie horror game, Slenderman? Well, it was really popular back then, and they're making a movie of it now, and I thought I'd make a rant about it, and how the movie is going to be 6 years too late.
Наркотик не класс, я еду на Харбас. Если ты не знал, наркотикал. Наркотик не класс, я еду на Харбас. Если ты не знал, наркотикал. Наркотик не класс, я еду на Харбас. Если ты не знал, наркотикал. Вы слушаете школу танцев Хардбаса.
Slenderman was really popular back in mid-2012 to early 2013, and they should have really capitalized on that popularity. But since they didn't do that, people started getting the wrong idea, and a fan base started to sprout around it. And there was even those murders where that little girl killed her friend in the name of Slenderman, and people started making fun of that.
Level of conversation. I suggest as your opener, Lewis, everything is delicious. And that's what I will say. Unless Slenderman commands me to say something else.
And that's when it started to lose steam. That's what Slenderman did wrong. But there was another contender in the horror game genre that actually did succeed. That was Five Nights at Freddy's, because when they were really popular, they merchandised. They made second games. They made more. They made products. I can't walk around anymore without seeing a little kid with a FNAF plushie, and I'm thinking to myself, do they even really know, like, what it was? Do they know the actual story? Or are they all caught up in this merchandise capitalized garbage? There's kids that have shirts and hats that say, I survived Five Nights at Freddy's, and they probably never even played the games. But I digress, and it's really hard anymore to actually take it seriously with theories upon theories of garbage on it. And Slenderman didn't do that. And that was the downfall. They didn't capitalize, they didn't merchandise. And they lost their popularity, they got caught up in other things, and it surely died out.
Наркотик не класс, я еду на Харбас. Если ты не знал, наркотикал. Наркотик не класс, я еду на Харбас. Если ты не знал, наркотикал. Наркотик не класс, я еду на Харбас. Если ты не знал, наркотикал. Вы слушаете школу танцев Хардбаса.
Slenderman became popular as fast as it died out. Slenderman was never one of those things that was going to last a long time. But it did. It was like the weirdest trend for like a long time, and I'm surprised we're still even mentioning it, and there's still even a fan base to look at it and like still talk about it. But FNAF is still popular because they're still doing things. They're making books, they're doing all this stuff. But Slenderman, it died out. It never made its comeback. But this year, in 2018, the woman, or the child, that killed her friend is finally old enough to be convicted. And she got life. She got a full life sentence. And she's never going to be able to adjust back to society after what she did. And because of that, I think they decided to make the movie, or it was just a coincidence that now she's actually old enough to, be convicted, and they just so happened to decide to make a movie. And, yeah. But, another thing is that one of the biggest causes of Slenderman's downfall, which is what I mentioned earlier in the last section, so I'm not going to get into it really, but I didn't really get into this part last time, is that Slenderman was never a mainstream thing. It was a game. It was also an indie game. That's what FNAF was. But the thing is, the story of Slenderman started out on a website called Creepypasta. The FNAF story didn't exist. It was just a game that was over-theorized. That didn't happen with Slenderman. It went off the creepypasta, and then people started poorly photoshopping Slenderman into images and saying, "Oh my god, he's so real!" And Halloween of 2012, there was like 50 kids out there probably wearing Slenderman costumes, maybe even more. I don't even know for sure, but that was the ultimate downfall of Slenderman. By the time 2013 came around, and FNAF began to come out, it died out. It faded into irrelevance. And this movie is its last stand to see if it can gain one little shred of popularity. What I'm saying is that Slenderman will never get back to the fame that it once held. It fell, and it will never get back to the height of its glory. I'm sorry to say this, but all you Slenderman fans out there, it's never gonna happen. It was a one-time thing. It was a 1 in a billion chance that all those gaming channels, when 2012, it was the perfect scenario for Slenderman to rise. Because Minecraft dominated YouTube, which was an indie game at the time. So YouTube put in the algorithm to make indie games and gaming videos more popular. That's when gaming channels started making Slenderman videos. And that is when Slenderman became popular. It was an indie game, it was played by gamers, it got the YouTube algorithm, it had a story, it had photoshopped images. And that's what actually made it work. FNAF didn't have that. FNAF had to work. And when they did work, they merchandised. Slenderman was handed the Holy Grail and they didn't take it. FNAF had to kill like 50 other franchises to get that Holy Grail, and it's losing it. And Slenderman will never get back to its height of glory. FNAF is dying out. It might never get back to its former glory. But I want to say to you on a last note is that if you still enjoy the Slenderman or FNAF franchise, screw you and stay frosty.